Okay, quick video for myself, Harvey Goldman. No cuts, no edits, no filters, and no hair. So for today's video, I want to jump into a very quick one about the brutally honest tips for becoming financially independent. Nobody tells you this. So financial freedom, it's not about just having and being rich. It's not about that at all. It's actually about not being owned. If you still have to ask permission to take a holiday, to take a lunch break, a toilet break, perhaps if you work for Amazon, you're not free. You have no freedom. You are owned. So the idea of retire early, they call it the FIRE system, financial independence, retire early, sounds mad to most people because it goes against the grain. It goes against what we're told. And we're told this from a very early age. We're told to work and do this, do that, pay into a pension, wait until you're 65 or 66 or 70 or whatever it's going to be next year. And then you get your retirement. That's what we're told because it creates good workers, because basically we're slaves to the grind. But that's not the way you want to think about it. Financial independence is entirely possible. It's not easy. Of course it's not. If it was, everybody would do it. But it is possible, and it is possible even in Britain in 2025. So how can this be? Well, for a start, you need a surplus. So in the same way that if you wanted to lose weight, you need to burn off more calories than you consume, and that's just undeniable science. It's the same with income. You need a surplus. You need more income coming in than you're spending. It's simple maths. So that means earning more than you spend. It's not sexy, it's not viral, but it's essential, and also it's common sense. You need to track every pound. You need to treat every pound that you earn, every pound that you invest, every pound that you own, like it has a purpose. Whether that purpose is getting you and your family on your holiday, whether it's money for bills and groceries, or whether it's money at a later date to retire on, whatever it is, think of every pound having a purpose. You'll be a lot more frugal with how you spend those pounds. Track every pound, use a spreadsheet, use an app. There are loads of methods out there you can use. Just use ChatGPT, for God's sake. It's free and it'll do it all for you. It's boring. It really is boring. It's quite interesting, but it's still very boring to have to do it. But you can't fix what you don't measure. How can you fix a problem if you don't know what the problem is, or perhaps that there even is a problem? You can't fix it unless you know what you're working with. After doing this, you will have some free income, hopefully, and that will enable you to invest early. Use your ISA allowance, even if it's just £50 a month, £10, £12 a week, whatever it might be. You're still adding, you're still chipping away, you're still putting in, you're still gaining advantage. Most importantly, and I bang on about this all the time, and I'm going to do it again now, is you need to learn skills that can earn you money passively, or at least be scaled to earn you more money at some point. It might be something, well, for myself, I work in web design, SEO and paid marketing. So for myself, it might be learning graphic design. Then I can do logos and banners and ads. It might be learning affiliate marketing so that I can learn how to extract money from affiliate links from other businesses, i.e. getting kickbacks and commissions. It might be leveling up and selling some of the services that I offer clients in my day job or privately, just as digital products, as packages, as bundles. Loads of different options, and it depends on the industry that you work in, obviously, but there are options within every industry. You need to learn skills that will level you up and enable you to create passive income, or just enable you to get more money from the job that you're already doing because you're more skilled, you're more valuable, you're more desirable, and you're more worth keeping to the current company that employ you. So there is that as well. You need to treat time like cash. Stop giving it away for free to people or to jobs that don't serve your long game. Now, again, I bang on about this quite a bit. Selling time for money. And we've all done it, unless you've left school and just become an entrepreneur straight away, in which case, well done. Drop it in the comments. Let me know what you did and how you did it. Everybody, I'm sure, wants to know. But we've all been guilty of selling our time for money. And generally, that's your PAYE job. You're given an hourly rate, and they buy an hour of your time for £15 or £20 or whatever it might be. And you turn up for an allotted number of hours and you get an allotted allocation of gold nuggets that hit your bank at the end of every month. Now, selling your time for money, the only person that benefits really from that is the person that's buying your time. Because in buying your time to do the jobs that they either can't do or simply don't want to do, they've then bought back their own, which puts them in a much better position. That's why you'll never really see many CEOs terribly stressed, because they delegate and they buy other people's time to do the jobs that really they don't want to or just simply can't do. So financial independence, it isn't about really control. It's not luck. It's not a lottery. It's about small wins, and by having small, consistent wins, you gain control. It starts now. It doesn't start when you're 65 and you're feeling shagged out and your body's run through and it starts to break. You know, you need to have this mindset as early as possible, and it will absolutely pay off. And it doesn't matter if you start when you're 50 or when you're 55. Don't leave it too late to start. You need to become financially independent now in this economy, more so than ever. Let's face it, the job market's pretty naff. I don't think any jobs, particularly with a combination of a bad economy, AI workers, and also obviously doctors and engineers that are going to be eventually leveling up and taking certain jobs. We all need to level ourselves up and make ourselves more desirable to either keep the jobs we've got or keep them long enough to start that side hustle and then sort of, use that as a kind of vessel to earn income. But look, what are your thoughts on this? Drop it in the comments and let me know. I'm really keen to find out what your tips are for becoming financially independent. And I'm sure the tips that you give could very well help many other people in the comments. So don't be afraid to drop some gems in there. YouTube is going to put another video there. Like, follow, subscribe, ring the bell, all that jazz, and there'll be another video tomorrow. Goldman, peace out.